Hello, everybody. This is Pun, the Frugal Streamer, and I am going to talk about Streamelements and OBS.Live. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time now, but I've just recently been able to get into it and learn the basics of it. So now I want to give you a brief overview of Streamelements' version of open broadcast software, which you'll be happy to know isn't any different really than OBS Studio, just some added little features. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about that. The bulk of this video, though, is going to really be talking about scene building using Streamelements, because that's really where the differences lie with this and other services such as Streamlabs. So let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the basic overview of OBS.Live. So it's very easy. First of all, let me go ahead and you'll make this pretty short and sweet, because OBS.Live really isn't anything other than OBS Studio with a couple added plugins, and you see those right here. So OBS Studio is still the same OBS Studio. You got all the same features you always do. Now you have an activity feed for Streamelements. You have your media request over here, and you can notice if here at the top you have some new features here, including the chat that it feeds off of Streamelements itself instead of the embedded Twitch chat that normally is there. But you can do bot and tipping setup, which then takes you to kind of a wizard where you can go set stuff up. Now I've already done all this. But you can do bot activation, you can do tipping setup, which is important because they are using a different pay system than PayPal. It's called SEPay, and it is a lot nicer because it helps streamers against chargebacks. So anyway, so you can do the bot setup, you can activate overlays, you can use ground control, which is kind of a standalone little app for them where you can kind of control your stream here. If you go to the website here, I've actually gotten it already though, which I can show you what it looks like. I don't know if you really need it because of OBS.Live, because it kind of does the same thing that you can do in OBS.Live. As you see here, you got your activity feed. So yeah, and you can pause alerts, you can skip an alert, you can mute alerts, you can reload your overlays from here. But you can do all this inside of OBS.Live already from the left pane there. You got all these different things. You can do an update. You can actually turn OBS.Live off and just switch to OBS Studio if you're not going to use it and you want to use OBS Studio for recording, which you can still leave the OBS.Live on and record all you want. It's not going to hurt anything. So anyway, and then of course you can log into your Streamelements account. So it's nice. So this is the scene that I have built. This is using Nerd or Die's latest stream package called Borderline. Okay. So I wanted to use this specifically because there's really not a lot of direction on how to do this kind of thing in Streamelements. Nerd or Die gives you a import utility for Streamlabs, but for Streamelements, you kind of have to do this manually. So that's going to be the second part of this video, but I wanted to show you and let you know that that's what this is this is a stream package you can buy. I think it's $18, $20. I think the full package, if you get all the raw files for After Effects and that sort of thing, I think it's $30 if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, yeah, so this is available. You can get it if you like it. But I'm going to use this to build the scenes and show you how to build the scenes in OBS.Live because it's quite interesting how you go about it. It's not like you would think. So anyway, really nothing more to really show about this, really. I mean, it's that simple. Very easy to understand. The chat bot is actually really nice. I like it a lot. You can actually do all of this stuff from Streamelements website. So you can go to the dashboard here and this looks kind of familiar, very similar to Streamlabs in terms of the dashboard. You have, your followers, your subscribers, tips, host, for your different months. You can, do the week, you can do the day, you can do the year. Fairly simple, easy to understand. You can import, if you are using Streamlabs, you can import, not only you can import your bots, but you can import, there's also a way to import scenes from Streamlabs if you want to switch that over. themes gallery. It has a themes gallery just like Streamlabs has. Kind of their own themes. Not quite the selection's not as varied as Streamlabs is, but there are quite a number of super themes, and alerts that you can use, and pretty much probably fit pretty much everybody's style for the most part. I think I like them a lot. So, and you can automatically input these, like they got some of these Apex Landings, Apex Legends, super packs. Now you'll notice here the big difference is if you're just scrolling down, you want to see animated or you want to see static screens. Animated scenes, I should say, are yellow. Statics are gray. So you can just scroll down and say, oh, there's an animated scene. Oh, okay, that way you don't have to sit there and guess. All right. Activity feed again is what you already see in OBS.Live. Media requests, of course, you can have your viewers request media on your stream. I do not do that, but if you like that on your stream, you can set that up here. You can add your own media here. You can use YouTube links. Yeah. So, and then of course here you can actually go to the OBS.Live page and download OBS.Live. Tipping settings here. Here's the SE Pay I was talking about, where you can go in and set this up. Creative account, lower fees because streamers deserve more. Receive tips via credit cards and local payment methods, and advanced chargeback protection, which is what a lot of people are looking at as a big deal right now. It's awesome. So they have a frequently asked questions section. You can go down and read all about it. Check it out for yourself. Again, you got different things set here. You got loyalty settings for, if you want your viewers to earn money, so you can do giveaways and stuff like that. You got leaderboards for your viewers. You got a stream store where you can do song requests. You got different contests or games that you could play, giveaways. And then down here is your bot, and here you can see all of your modules that you can have and go in and change. Chat alerts. You got the games in here, roulette. You got emote combos, bingo, raffle. All these different things. Dual A ball slot machine. Twitter. This is you can have your live announcement go live on your social media on Twitter. You got user management. You can delete or ban people. Here's a commands area where you can set up commands. Spam filters. Okay, you get different settings for link protection, caps protection, emote protection, all that stuff. Pretty simple, and it's actually, in my opinion, easier to understand than Streamlabs. I like what they've done here. Pretty easy to use. And all you do is you make Streamelements your mod in your Twitch, and then you're good to go. So that is really all I wanted to show you in terms of the normal stuff. But what I want to show you now is overlays. Okay, so this is important because this is where you would build your scenes for all of your overlays and scenes on OBS, because all you would do here is you'd build them on this website, and then you would just make a browser source in OBS, and that's it. There's no files on your PC. There's no storage being used on your PC. It's all uploaded to their website. You have a certain amount of space that you're available, but it's a lot. And yeah, I mean, it's that easy. I like it a lot. It took me a little bit to get used to building these things, but I'll go ahead and walk you through these and talk you through them a little bit, and you'll kind of get the idea of how to do this using a string package or custom files that you have that you can upload to the site and then import and use them, throughout. So let's go ahead, and now I will show you all that. All right, so this is the basic overlay area. Again, you select my overlays on the left side of the Streamelements toolbar there, and you can go in and get these overlays. Now, what you do here is I'm going to make a new overlay, and I'm going to call it Borderline Game. So we're going to try to build a game scene here. Of course, you select the resolution that you want for your overlay, and then it gives you an area where you can go in and you can edit the scene. You can edit the game, the name of the overlay. You could discard it, do whatever. So then you get to the UI here where you actually are editing your area here. So what you do is you have an area for all your stored files from images, sounds, and videos. So for this instance here, you will download Nerd or Die's package to your PC. You'll unzip the file into an area, and then from there you'll be able to upload all of your video, sound files, and images from the stream, or from the Nerd or Die package up to Streamelements website. So here in this case here, we have a bunch of different media files that are the animated scenes that you will use in your live stream, like an offline scene. I'll be right back. In this case here, it's just a regular background scene that you can use for some types of gameplay. Like if you're using a game like I don't know, League of Legends, where you didn't want to display the full game full screen, you want to have an area with this background on there. So I've taken and I've uploaded this media file up to there, and then I have selected it in Streamelements to be as my background. So here you can change the size to fit what you need. Here I'm doing 1920 by 1080. You can also click and drag it. There's another way that you can do it. So now I've got this set as a background. So then I'll need to go and add another file to this. If I wanted to add a camera scene or a camera frame, Nerd or Die supplies you with camera frames, a 4x3 and a 16x9 animated, which is another media file that you would, of course, install and upload to the repository here on Streamelements website that you can then have for your selections. The good thing about this again is you're storing this stuff on their website. It's not on your hard drive anymore. So, you don't have to use your computer to process these media files. Instead, Streamelements is going to do it on their website. Okay. Also here, this is also something interesting. This is actually your notifications for your alerts that you can set. You can initiate one of your alerts to see how it displays on OBS or inside of a window if you decide to launch that alert within a browser itself. You can test that. It basically is what that is, which is nice. So here I'm going to look for camera frames, and you got this webcams, and here you have the 4x3 and the 16x9. So then I'm uploading it to the website, and then I'm going to select it, and there is the media file as a layer that you can then move around, and you can resize as necessary. Okay, and so this is really the basics of setting up a scene inside of Streamelements using these media files or images if you decide to have a static overlay. So it's really nice. And this is an instance of a gameplay one. In case here, I'm going to make an intermission scene using another file that Nerd or Die has applied. So I'm going to go here and pick the intermission. And that's really going to give you a lot of different areas, including a built-in camera frame, a built-in area for your stream chat. But once again, you'll upload the video and then you'll click to submit, and that'll then give you the media file right there. And that is what you're now seeing. So we have a webcam frame that I'm actually getting ready to delete. And then, so here it's got the webcam frame built in, or if you want to put a video in there, you could. Of gameplay, that sort of thing. And then you got the stream chat area there. So what's cool about this is with the stream chat is you can also install widgets in your scene right here in the area. And so you click on the widget area, and this is a list of all the different, Streamelements widgets that you can select. I just selected stream chat, and now the little widget there is in the top left-hand corner that I can then move to my area and then resize as necessary. And I'm going to tinker with this a little bit just to get it sized properly. But then you could test it out, and make sure your chat is working by logging into your Twitch and typing into your chat on OBS.Live, which is pretty easy to do. I got a couple different options for different color palettes. You can do a transparent background. You can do a light or dark theme. You can, then manually resize this. And I think for this, I figured out that 500 by 520, I think worked really well. in here. But anyway, it's pretty simple to set these sort of things up with, these stream packages, or if you do your own custom graphics, simple to do, just by uploading all this data to their website. Let them do all the processing of these videos, in storage instead of doing it on your PC. And then all you got to do is copy the link that they provide and then make a browser source in OBS Studio. And you have everything, right there. And it displays really nicely. So, very simple to do. I like it a lot. It's simple to set up these sort of scenes. So once you get everything happy, just click the launch button. You copy the link, go into OBS Studio, make a scene if you don't have one already. This one, in the case, this is the intermission. You make the scene, then just go ahead and add a browser source. Select the browser source, name it what you need to name it, click the OK button. And when you do, you just paste the link that you copied from Streamelements, size it so that it fits your canvas. In my case here, it's 1920 by 1080. And you click OK. And now you have an intermission scene. I'd already added my webcam as a video capture device source. And then you just go in and resize your cam here. And that's really all you have. You have two sources: a browser source for your intermission that shows your widget for stream chat. You have a video capture source that is my webcam here, and it's pretty nice. Very low usage of your CPU here compared to what you would do if you had multiple media files as different sources and your webcam, etc. So it's very nice. I like this a lot. And once I got used to the UI of building the scene on Streamelements, I really began to like what Streamelements was doing. Here, I'm just adding a text file to the overlay, and I'm going to add my name inside of the little frame in the lower left-hand corner where the camera frame is. So I'm just going to type the Frugal Streamer and then move that. And I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do here, but I'm going to go and put the Frugal Streamer down in the lower left-hand corner. You got text settings here again. The one thing I did not like is that you can't do your own text, or at least I haven't figured out how to do your own fonts yet. Nerd or Die uses a specific font that you can actually download. They give you the download for that, so you can install those fonts and then do custom text inside of OBS Studio. But here you can't. So if you do know how to do it, then get in contact with me. Let me know in the comments. But it's very simple to do. And then all you do is save, and then it'll update automatically from the browser source what you've done on the overlay editor in Streamelements, which I like a lot. So yeah, so this is the basics of building a scene. You can definitely go way more overboard than what this video does, but it just gives you a basic overview of how to set up a scene, doing, and with multiple different kinds of files. So the next thing is really alerts. There's a couple ways you can attack alerts here. So the first way is simply by going to a widget and selecting your alerts widget. In this case, it's an alert box. And you just add that to the scene here, and it comes up as a simple box. So you can barely see it, but you can see the outline there that you can then, you center it, resize it, do whatever you need to do. And it's just a custom, video file. It's a preset thing that they have set for Streamelements that you can then go and change and set GIFs up and do all that stuff if you have that. And it's very easy to do. And then, of course, if you click on the little bell there in the lower left-hand corner, you can then test that and look at it on OBS.Live if you wanted to do that. All right, the second option that you can do for alerts is you can use a themed gallery alert that is in Streamelements itself. You go to the new alerts area, and then you can see a plethora of different styles, colors, and etc. that you can use. And you could tell that whether they're animated, whether they're static, as you can see animated here, has the little orange or yellow little alert there, and then you can preview it and see what it looks like. Or you can use static overlays, and these have sound files included. And it's simple, simply just hitting the create, and then what it'll do is it'll create an overlay just like this Apex animated alerts. So then what you could do is you can go to the overlay editor and you can edit these and do whatever you need to do. But this gives you another browser source link that you would then copy and then go to OBS. And then here, which I have my alerts already done, you can go in and just select paste, and then you're good to go. And then you would have alerts, set up here as a second browser source. Okay, and that's what you can do. Or if you have your own custom alerts that somebody has made for you, that you've paid or commissioned somebody to make for you, then likewise you would make a blank overlay and then upload the video files like we did with any others, like the other scenes that I showed you before. And that would be an alert overlay that you would make for yourself. So very simple to do, really is. All right, so what did I find out that I thought everybody should know about? I tweeted out a couple days ago about OBS.Live, Streamelements' service in particular. Okay, so what I did was I went and built a second intermission scene using all local files and multiple sources inside of OBS Studio. And what I wanted to do was compare the CPU load between the two different scenes that I built, the one using Streamelements' website UI, and then the one using the local files, which is pretty much the standard way that people would build a scene, is using your local files on your hard drive, build the multiple sources and all that stuff. That's what I've taught in the past. But what I found out is shocking. All right, so to make this fair, I wanted to try to minimize as much CPU usage as possible on the local scene that I built. So I went in and made sure that all of the sources were turned off or shut down when they're not actually visible. Okay, because that way, the CPU usage isn't there, and it's, and it gives you a fair comparison between the web-based intermission and then the intermission that I built locally. So now we're looking at the intermission scene here that I built on the Streamlabs UI compared to the one I built locally, and look at what the difference in the CPU usage is. It is pretty significant. Very surprised at these results here. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm not really surprised, but I didn't expect it to be so much different. And because of this, I'm now thinking, I'm like, wow, Streamelements with their web-based overlay system is really the way to go, I think, for people who really suffer from a lot of CPU usage on their streaming PC. It makes a lot of sense that you would use their UI to reduce the amount of load from having to render your media files and using the hard drive space and using the CPU. I mean, it's just all that stuff piled on top of each other just gives you all that additional usage that you can nullify by just going to Streamelements and using their UI and using their storage space. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. So that's really what I was shocked by. Really just it's unbelievable how much it matters. And, you get the same results, that you would if you built your custom local files, local overlay. All right, guys, that's it. I love Streamelements. Really, other than the, kind of the lack of selection when it comes to themes, really, there's not much you can complain about. They have a lot of nice tools. And in some instances, I think it's really better than Streamlabs, especially with the performance gains that you get from their overlay builder on their website. The fact that you can upload those files that you have to their storage, allow them to process and render all that, and so you simply just make a single browser source into OBS so that you can see all of that is just amazing. And the fact that it uses minimal CPU is just really awesome. So if you're using Streamlabs OBS or you're using OBS Studio with a bunch of local files and you're seeing a lot of CPU usage, try OBS.Live, try Streamelements, and build your scenes inside of their overlay maker and see what you get for results, because I think you'll really be surprised, pleasantly surprised, with what you get for the amount of CPU usage. I mean, right now, look at me. I'm using 7.8% CPU, and I'm actually recording right now, just to give you a heads up. So that just kind of goes to show you, and I have an aging stream PC. It's an FX 8350 AMD processor. So, this isn't a top of the line CPU by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm using minimal CPU, and I have my full animated intermission slide. So it's awesome. It really is. So that's all I'm going to say about it. So go out there and check it out if you want to try it. That's all I can say. Thanks, Streamelements, for an awesome product. So guys, if this video helped you out, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for the notification so you'll know when I go live. Hit the like if you didn't like it, and hit dislike. I'd like to hear your comments below. Let me know what you have done in Streamelements. Let me know if you got any questions or anything. I'll try to help you out. Once you get used to the UI, for building your overlays, it's pretty simple. That's really kind of the hardest thing to get used to. Chatbot, super easy. Setting up your donations and all that stuff, super easy. So anyway, guys, thank you. Y'all have a great week. And this is fun. Be frugal. We'll see you later.